So the teacher has already made sure that she's established these protocols with her students prior to this lesson. So we're going to jump into our lesson. All right, family, we have a bell ringer for today's lesson. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. I'm so excited to see all my Zoomies and Roomies today. All right, so here we are. So this is your bell ringer today. What is your favorite time of the day? Is it in the morning when you first wake up? Is it in the afternoon for lunchtime? Is it after school when you get to go home? But what is your favorite time of the day? Okay. And what are some things that you do during that time? But I want you to be specific. So, for example, if your favorite time is in the morning because your mom makes chocolate chip waffles in the morning, I want you to say 6, 7 o'clock. What time you wake up? I don't know what time you wake up, but make sure you are specific. Okay, you will only have 5 minutes to complete this activity. So my Zoomies, my online students, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the link. This is case sensitive, okay? You're going to go there and you are going to get this bit.ly, okay? It's going to force you to make a copy. Click make a copy, and there's a spot that says bell ringer on that for you, okay? And my roomies, as you came in this morning, I asked you to pick up your sheet of paper, and you are going to write at the top where it says bell ringer. You're going to type in you're going to write your response. Now, I do want to say, my roomies, your devices should be where? 45. We are not using our device right now, so please make sure that your device is at a 45, because you are not using your device right now, okay? So Ms. Covington is going to be quiet for 5 minutes to make sure that everybody has time to do your bell ringer. If you have any questions, my Zoomies, if you have any questions, please put your question in the chat. My roomies, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. You all have 5 minutes. All right, roomies, I'm checking in with you all. Let me see how you all are doing. Okay. All right. So just as a reminder, my Zoomies, when you are finished with your bell ringer, just the part that says bell ringer, you're going to put a thumbs up using your icons in Zoom. Okay. And my roomies, when you're done, you're going to give me a thumbs up. Okay. Oh, look at my roomies. Awesome. All right. Let me check my Zoomies. And just for 1 second, I want to show my Zoomies exactly what portion you're doing. So my Zoomies, you are only filling out this portion. My Zoomies, you are only definitely filling out this portion. Okay? You all have 3 more minutes. My Zoomies, I don't see my thumbs up. Let me know when you're finished. Let me see your thumbs up. All right, it is time to go over our bell ringer. Okay, before we go over our bell ringer, we do want to go over what we're actually learning today. So our standard is tell and write time to the nearest minute, solve word problems involving addition and subtraction of time intervals within the same hour. Our learning target, we're going to tell time to the nearest minute, and we're going to write time to the nearest minute. So let's think about this. So I want you to take a moment and read the learning targets for today's lesson and ask yourself, what are we really going to learn? What are we really learning today? And what word in our learning target is action words and what words are nouns? Okay? So I want you to share out. So I'm going to put it back up here so you can look out to our nearest minute, look at our learning targets, and I want you to ask yourself, what is our action words and what are our nouns? So what are we learning today? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are our action words? Okay. So right now, my Zoomies, you are going to unmute yourself and you're going to raise your hand, but you're only going to unmute yourself when I call on you to share out with your class. And my roomies, you're going to do what? You are going to what? Raise your hand when you have the answer. All right. So class, what are we learning today? Let's look and see. Okay, so I'm going to go with one of our roomies. All right. So, what are we going to do today? Look at our learning target. What are we going to do today? Let's look at our learning target. Okay, one of our roomies. All right, Miss Roberts. Right, very good. Thank you. All right, we are going to write today. Very good. All right, one of my Zoomies. What else are we going to do today? Don't forget, you're going to unmute yourself. All right, Miss Douglas. We still can't hear you. So, you know what? I still want to hear what you're going to say. Can you put your answer in the chat for me, please? We are learning about time, but what else? So Miss Roberts says we're going to write. Look at our learning targets. What else are we going to do? All right. Can we say we're going to tell as well? And what are we telling? Time to the what? Nearest minute. Very good. Thank you all for participating. All right. So I asked you all to give me your times. I asked you all to go inside of your bell ringer, and your bell ringer, I asked you all to tell me what was your most favorite time of the day. All right, so let's hear. Is your favorite time in the morning, the middle, the afternoon? Let's see. Okay, so I want one of my Zoomies. I want you to unmute yourself, and I want you all to share with me what is your favorite time of the day. And don't forget, you have to be specific. Let's see. Who is Miss Covington going to call on? Mr. Hall. Can you unmute yourself and tell me what is your favorite time of the day and why?
My favorite time of the day is 5:30 in the morning when I wake up.
Okay, 5:30 in the morning. All right, can we get another Zoomie? What about you, Dr. Womble? What is your favorite time of the day?
About 4:30
AM or PM?
a.m. I like that it's quiet. I'm the first up. I can actually clean up, think about my day, pray, read, those kinds of things.
Okay, 4:30. Awesome. You guys are wonderful, my Zoomies. All right, roomies. I want you all to be able to hear what your roomies are going to say. All right, so Mr. French, can you share with your family what is your favorite time of the day?
About 10 p.m.
Okay, and why 10 p.m.?
Everything's quieted down. My phone's on silent, so I'm not getting phone calls anymore. I can sit with the cat on the couch.
All right. So at 10 o'clock, you should be asleep, Mr. French, especially in third grade.
No, Mom lets me stay up till 1 a.m.
I'm gonna have to call Mom. All right. So now it's my turn. Ooh, so excited. What is my favorite time of the day? 4:30. Not AM, but PM. Why? Because at 4:30, I get to go home and see my babies. Yay! So time is so important. Today's target is we have to make sure we tell time to the nearest minute. So thank you all for saying 4:30, 5:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, all those wonderful things. I hope you put all of that on your sheet. All right, so before we move on, I want us to actually be able to actually review about time, okay? Now, for my Zoomies, if you look on your Google Drive, there's a part that says materials. Instead of writing, you're going to draw and drag yours to where I'm going to write. My roomies, you are writing on your piece of paper where you have the clock, okay? So let's count. All right. So one we're going to say is what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and we're going to put 60, but we know that's when the hour changes. All right, so I've just showed you all how to do it. I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to give everybody a chance to make sure that your first clock, your clock looks just like mine. Let me see. Let me make sure. Very good. Thank you, Miss Roberts. Thank you, Mr. French. Good job. All right. So I just want to say where Mr. Hall said 5:30. Remember? Look at that. There's 30, right? Where Dr. Womble said 30, there goes 30. And where Mr. French said that he's up at 10 o'clock, that would be right here because that is where the 00 is at. So I'm going to put over here because I might confuse you all. Let's put 00. All right, let's move on. All right, so it's my turn again. All right, so I said my time was what? Rumi, what time was my favorite time? 4:30. So we know that based on what we just did, right? That our 30 is where on the 6th. So we're going to make our long hand go to the 6th. Okay. And we said my time was 4:30, so our shorthand is going to go to the 4. Yes, that's right, Mr. French, between the 4 and the 5, because it's almost 5 o'clock, right? All right. So one of my roomies just had a question. Are we drawing this? Yes, you are going to draw this. And for my Zoomies, yours is already drawn for you. All right, let's move on. All right. So it says we are going to tell our favorite time and then we're going to write our favorite time. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on you all and you're going to tell me your time. I'm going to write it and I'm also going to put it on the clock just to make sure that if you kind of had some issues or problems, that I'm here to help. Okay. So I'm going to call on one of my Zoomies. Miss Curry, can you give us your favorite time?
My favorite time is 8 p.m.
8 p.m. All right. My Zoomies, something is wrong with my board, so please. So we said 8, that would be her shorthand. And then remember, we're going to go up. Give me 1 second, please. Sometimes our board doesn't want to do the right thing. All right. Let's see if that helped. Oh, it did. Very good. Red. And she said 8, and that's going to be short. And so she said 8 p.m. So we're going to write 8 p.m. All right. Thank you, Miss Curry. We're going to get another Zoomie. Can we have Miss McNeil? Can you tell us your favorite time of the day?
Good morning, everybody. My favorite time of the day is 9 o'clock after everyone's gone to bed.
Is that 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
Okay. So boys and girls, friends, family, as I'm doing this, you should be doing it on yours and making sure that yours is correct. And she said 9 p.m. You guys stay up way too late to be third graders. All right, I'm going to pick one more Zoomie. Dr. Joyner, what is your favorite time of the day?
I knew it. It is it is 6 p.m. Once everybody is home and settled from work and school, and we can talk about our day. So 6 p.m.
6 p.m. That's when her mom and dad comes home, so she gets to spend time with them. So we're going to say 6 p.m. So right now, everybody's clock should say your time, right? So we're writing our time, you're telling your time. Everyone should look, whatever you pick, that's what you should have. All right, let's move on. Thank you, everyone. Uh-oh, guess what? I said 4:30, but it's not really 4:30. It takes me about 15 minutes to go home in my minivan, right? So I said 4:30, but that's probably not my favorite time because I need to add 15 minutes, right? Because that's how long it actually takes me to get home. So I said, so I'm going to first do 4:30 again. So there's my 4, between my 4 and my 5. And I said 4:30, right? But it takes me about 15 minutes to actually get there. So let's look at that. Well, I don't know exactly how to figure out what would be 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you a way to do it. Okay. So I know that the hour is going to be, it's going to be between 4, right? And I'm going to put 5 o'clock here because 4:30 is in between what? 4 and 5, right? So where's my 4:30? That's 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so right here is my heart because that's where 4:30 actually is on this line, right? Now, I said 15 minutes, right? So what does that mean? I have to count 15 minutes from 4:30. What is that going to give me? 5, 10, 15. This is my happy face now because that's my real favorite time. And what time is this, boys and girls? Let's look. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So my new favorite time is what? 4:45. That's actually my favorite time, not 4:30. All right, I'm going to give everyone my roomies and my zoomies. time to put that in on your sheet of paper as well as on your Google Draw. All right. And on your Google Draw, my Zoomies, that's where you're doing yours at, where I just did mine at. All right. Great job. So guess what? Now it's your turn. So right now, you are going to create. So we had some of our Zoomies said 6 o'clock. Some said 5:30 a.m. But let's say something happened that day where 10 minutes was added, right? 10 minutes, right? So we're going to change ours by 10 minutes, okay? So I want everyone right now on your piece of paper where you have your free line, you're going to put where your number was. So if Dr. Joyner said 6, so I'm going to do 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay? And where's her 6 p.m.? Her heart is right here. But we said 10 minutes. So what would we have to do? We would have to go what? 5:10. This right here is her happy face because this is her new favorite time. So her new time is what? 6:10. All right, so I need everyone now to do this on your piece of paper. We're going to add 10 minutes to your favorite time. All right. I'm going to check in with my Zoomies. Is there any Zoomie who needs some help? I see everybody's working. Great job. My roomies, is there anyone who needs any help? All right. All right. You all did such a good job. And before we get ready to go into our guided practice, I do want to remind you that I am asking that you all turn this assignment in. So my Zoomies, what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that your Google Draw is all together, and you're going to make sure that you turn your Google Draw into Canvas, okay? What's the title of this assignment? What's your favorite time? My roomies, you're going to make sure that you turn your assignment in as well. What is your title? What's your favorite time? But what you're going to do is you're going to take a screenshot of your worksheet and you're going to submit it into Canvas, okay? You are now allowed. I'm going to give you all about 5 minutes to make sure that your work is posted before we go into our guided practice. My roomies, you can open up your device to make sure that you take your screenshot as well as you post it into Canvas, okay? Thank you, boys and girls. You did so good today. If you need any help, there's a video under the assignment that also will help you guys if you're struggling with your telling your time and your number line as well, okay?